Hello everybody, it's Sue Ralph here with Birdcage Craft Studio, and I'm here with my crafting tip from me to you number 39. Tonight I'd like to show you how you can achieve a fairly quick put together card but with a bit of a pizzazz to it. So what we're going to use are napkins. Now I'm sure you probably have seen a napkin technique on the internet. I actually found one a little while ago by the Serene Stamper, and I thought it was such a quick and easy card to put together, but it does have a bit of a wow to it because, you know, it's sort of glittery. So you'll need a napkin. You will also need some heat and stick powder. Stampin' Up! Do these, and also Dazzling diamonds. You're going to need your Versamark, a tape runner or some sort of adhesive for sticking your card together. I'm using the framelets, the floral frames, and I'm using the second largest one in the set. And you'll need some double-sided tape, and again this is the one that not Sizzix, well it is Sizzix make it but Stampin' Up! Sell it, and a piece of white cardstock. And I just wanted to very quickly just sort of point out a tip to the card. I'm going to be doing a round card, and I've actually matted and layered it ready, you know, to save some time, but I just wanted to show you a tip on how you can cut out your cards. So really what you want is you want a piece of folded cardstock, depending, you know, what colour you want to use, and then on the folded edge you want to put your framelit, your spellbinders die, whatever you're going to use. You could even use a plate or a circle. The only thing you need to do to remember, keep the edge of the top just slightly off. I don't know if the camera's picking up, just slightly off, so that you can have that fold still there so your card folds, okay? And then when you've done that, you can cut out another circle to stick on top so you don't see that fold. And then another little trick, if you turn over your card where your fold is, take a pair of scissors and just snip directly opposite that fold, just snip a little bit off the end, and then when you go to stand your card, it should just stand straight up without rolling around anywhere. There we go. Okay, so that's just one of the tips. Okay, so let's get on with the card. Let's move these things out of my way a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my double-sided sticky pad, which is extremely sticky, so I will warn you. Okay, so you want to take off that front cover, and then I suggest you take your sticky pad to your card, like so. And I've cut my card slightly larger so that I know I'm getting all this sticky onto the cardstock, like so. Okay, and then what you want to do then is you want to lift up the corner to expose the sticky. And as I said, it is really, really sticky, so just be careful you don't get all gummed up with it. And then you want to take your napkin and you want to lay it over the top of your sticky, like so, making sure that it all goes down. Okay, and then just smooth it all down, like so, and you know that you've got it all there. Okay. Now if you have any sticky bits, like I have just a line of it down the side here, if you're going to put this through your Big Shot, I suggest you actually cut it off now, because you don't want that sticky getting onto your plates and then causing, you know, your cardstock to stick on it at a later date. So I'm just going to trim that one edge off, just so that I don't get the sticky going through the Big Shot. Now I'm going to take my Versamark pad, and this is just a clear watermark stamp pad, but it is slightly sticky, and that's what's so good about using it for heat embossing, because it will stick your embossing powder to it. And what we're going to do today is we obviously want our heat and stick powder to stick to the image, and then we're going to put the Dazzling diamonds on once we've heat set it. So just put a piece of paper in here, get my heat and stick, and I'm just going to probably pour the entire pot over, making sure that I get everything covered, just like this, all the way over. Okay, and then I'm just going to let it water fall down the card just to make sure that everything is covered. And if you find not everything has covered, there's a little spot there, just go back in. Okay, just pick up a little bit more. Oh, you can actually see where I've missed off the Versamark, but I don't think that's going to matter because with the die cut I'm using, I think that bit will be cut off. So let me just put this out the way. Bring in my heat gun. I'm sorry, it's going to be a bit noisy for a few minutes, but if you watch, you'll find that that starts to turn clear when you know that all the glue has started to liquefy. I'm just going to move it around like I would if I was embossing. Never hold it in one place because you'll scorch it. There'll be nothing worse than having burnt images. Okay, just move it around. And can you see the colours popping out again now? So just go all the way over, making sure that all that heat and stick powder is going to go nice and sticky. And just check to make sure that it's all thoroughly melted. A bit there. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in another piece of paper. And I'm just going to again put my Dazzling diamonds all over it. Okay, all the way down. Making sure it gets all covered. Oops, yep, let's put the whole lot on. And then let that water fall down again. And just very gently knock off what you don't need. And just double check that it's all covered, and can you see it's sort of gone sort of matte again. And then in a minute, when I start the gun up, I'm going to go all over again, and that will just get the glue warm again so it sort of sucks in the Dazzling diamonds. And when you're doing this, you may not pick it up on the camera, but you'll be able to see that the Dazzling diamonds seem to shimmer when they're ready. Okay, so we'll start off in the same corner and go all the way across. And just keep going. And that's just going to pull the glitter into the glue. So this is another good technique to use on your sort of Christmas cards to get those nice snowy effects, but without glitter falling off. But I will show you a technique for that later on. I'm going to be doing a sort of a 12 weeks of Christmas and giving you sort of one or two hints a week, you know, for making Christmas cards. Okay, so I think that's done. Okay, and can you see how the colour has popped again and it's gone quite vibrant? So I don't really know if the camera is picking up just how glittery it is, but you know, the effect from going from a plain piece here to this one, it is really beautiful when you see it actually close up. So I'm just going to touch it to make sure it's dry and it's not sticky any longer. I'm going to bring in my magnetic platform with a plate, and then I'm going to put my image there. I'm going to bring in my die, place it on top, and the great thing about these magnetic plates is that obviously it holds everything in place for you. And then I'm going to just run it through the machine, and I think just to make 100% sure, I'll go through it once and then back through the other way again, just to make 100% sure it's cut all the way through, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Okay, and then, yeah, there we are, we can just pop that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my card back in, making sure that I have the opening at the top. Okay, and now you can either use dimensionals or you can just use some wet glue. It's entirely up to you. I think I'm going to go for the wet glue option. You could put it up onto dimensionals as well if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Okay, plenty of glue. Make sure it all sticks down nicely. Okay, then pop that on, making sure that it all lines up really nicely. And then with something like this I tend to turn it over, and then I use the back of my hand or my fist just to smooth it down, just to make sure that it sticks nicely. And then I've got a little sentiment here which I've taken from A Dozen Thoughts, and it says, "You've made my day." And I've put dimensionals onto the back, and I'm just going to stick that onto the card. I'm not going to add anything else because I think the actual picture speaks for itself. And I'm just going to pop that on there, and then that's the card finished. So that didn't take me very long at all, but now you've got a card ready for whatever occasion that you have and you need a card for. So I hope you liked that tip today, and I will be back with another tomorrow. See you then. Bye.